Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Shout out. The drama keeps dramaing, and we going to be here to cover it all. So let's get started. Bad news told everything. 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. Battle rap is a haven for the snitches. I'm putting that out there. Wait a minute. He told everything. Clone spoke to them investigators. It is what it is. Daddy Myers throwing everybody under the bus. Shout out to Daddy. You know what I mean? I do want to say this. Cheese in the chat, please. Appreciate you, Deontay Kennedy. Cheese in the chat. Air Max, appreciate you putting that cheese in the chat. We need more of that cheese. You know what I mean? Now, I do want to say this, though, right? First of all, shout out to K-Shine. I see K-Shine going back and forth with T-Top. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, K-Shine is wilding. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But one thing I do want to say, K-Shine, I see some of the people that you standing behind, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna show or standing in front of like you doing a hip hop is real interview. K-Shine around some goons. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say that he is around some goons, some serious people. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Shout out to K-Shine. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Be careful, Shine. Like some of them dudes, they serious goons. You know what I mean? That's all I want to say. But shout out to K-Shine. As far as this Miss Hustle situation, it's a couple things I do want to say. Keo is a liar. Pathological liar. He doesn't like, let me tell y'all something. Like my communications with him, like is showing me like either he is super slow or he is a pathological liar. Like this dude is just like his thought processes are just not there, you know, and you can kind of tell like when he's talking and stuff, like, you know what I mean? He just, something's wrong with him, you know what I mean? And he just like runs around like lying to everybody. And like, he's a major lie. Let me show you how pathological this dude is, right? So he's been like on his video, his apology to Jazz the Rapper and all of that. He ends up like showing a screenshot, and the screenshot is for the Cash App or whatever they supposedly he received from Nez's people. You know what I mean? He's got the Cash App. If you zoom into the Cash App, it'll show. Let me see if it'll show you this. Right here, it's supposed to say received, and I get like, y'all know how it is. Like I get mad Cash Apps from people. This is him. This is you, Keo, right? And he's showing this. If you zoom in, it says completed. That's supposed to say, you know what I'm saying, like received or whatever. And it says completed. And then he goes ahead and sends me this, like, oh well. Or, you know, our people are sending me this like, oh, on my end, it says received. You know what I'm saying? So people are trying to clear this up. They're trying to clear up the mistakes that they made with Photoshop. I ended up running all of these through Grok, you know what I'm saying? And like, they basically come back saying that these are fake. You know what I'm saying? And then it shows you the details as to why they're fake. You know, and so Keo, like I hit him up on Twitter. I'm like, yo, let me read this to y'all. She's a liar. You know what I mean? I was just like, why you keep lying? He said, how I'm lying? It's the truth. Like this dude is a pathological he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? So then I showed him the picture, you know what I'm saying, and how it says completed. And I said, you are a liar. He said, it says received on mine. So then I sent him a screenshot of him holding up the Cash App that says completed. You know what I mean? And I said, you are a liar. He said, no, mine says received. You idiot. You're holding up and then the dummy is still got on his channel. He's got the video is still sitting on his channel where it says completed. And he's trying to tell me that it says received on his end. This is how thug life. I'm saying, like, I'm on YouTube, like, yo, like, this is how slow this dude is. You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So I ended up posting, you know, this on Twitter. You know what I mean? He's still underneath the comments, like, trying to say, what this idiot say? He said, I got the real one. Like, you are a real liar. That's what I got the real one. You're a real liar. That's what you are. You're like a liar, a real one? Like, you're a real liar. You know what I'm saying? And I messaged Achilles. I'm like, yo, like, why y'all lying? And he's like, oh, this is true. Like, they're all lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about Achilles other than I done got, like, I watched bootlegs from, you know what I'm saying? Like, before, you know what I mean? Other than that, like, I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they just lie. They sending this to everybody just lying, bro. This is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And then Miss Hustle, she ends up posting, like, when I posted it, she said, and this is why y'all are, what did she say? She said, this is why y'all trying to defame me. This is pathetic. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, yo, now Keo, everybody knows that you're a liar or whatever she said. Miss Hustle, you still was conspiring on a hit job for Jazz the Rapper. Like, that don't go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does not go away. You admitted that you was on the phone when he's telling you all of this stuff about Jazz. We can clearly hear Keo being led to say things about Jazz the Rapper. Y'all end up screen recording or, you know, recording him saying these things about Jazz and y'all put it out. Like, y'all still conspired on a hit job with Jazz. That's still, like, just because Keo's a liar with this, that doesn't mean all that other stuff didn't happen. Shout out to D Hoodrilla. He said Jazz the Rapper is the GOAT. He said Hustle will be too messy during promotion of the battle with Jazz. I believe that's the main reason Jazz don't want to battle her again. No, the main reason Jazz don't want to battle a lot of these females is because they get help with their pen. And this is kind of leading to, like, Danny Myers writing for, you know what I'm saying, Miss Hustle. At first, the thing that was saving Miss Hustle is the first photo that I ended up putting out, you know what I'm saying, of that situation. Miss Hustle never used any of that material. It wasn't until later Chris Zimbias put out the 4 pages, which I think it was like 2 or 3 rounds, but it was 4 pages of it, you know, and then Chris showed that she was using the material that was in the pages that you know, with one of the pages that Danny Myers had sent to her, you know, so she did use material from Danny Myers. That's a form of, like, ghostwriting. And then now OTFMZ just put out the I guess, like, the notes from Danny Myers' phone, you know, of the Aver battle. You know what I'm saying? That's showing that Danny Myers wrote the Aver battle. So it's like, it's a couple different things that's still out there, like, with Miss Hustle. But as far as, like, this, like, the money being sent, like, I never said that Miss Hustle sent him money. You know what I'm saying? But the money being sent through somebody that is maybe affiliated with Hustle, you know, or tied to Hustle, you know what I'm saying? That cannot be proven. You know what I mean? Because Keo is a pathological liar. And I'm not going to sit here and leave, I did a reaction to Keo's video. You know what I'm saying? Watching the apology, watching him talk about, you know, why, you know, he was moving the way he was moving. He was saying that Nez and Hustle had his address. They were threatening him. They knew who his sister was, all of that. And then he ends up showing the screenshot. Bro, dude had, like, a bunch of money, like, on his ear, like, in a thumbnail. Like, he thought this video was about to go super viral. You know what I mean? So the reason why Keo took so long to come out with a video is because they were working on doctoring up Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? To figure out how to get a fake Cash App. That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Keo is a pathological liar. As far as $500 hit being put on Jazz to defame her or to have him, like, say all this stuff about her, that cannot be substantiated at all. But what can be substantiated is that Miss Hustle was on the phone with Nez when Nez was leading like Keo into saying things. She even said it like when she was on Spaces. I mean, we heard the audio before Nez starts talking to Keo. We hear her Hustle like on the phone, and then Nez gets Keo on the phone, and then Nez starts leading Keo to say a whole bunch of stuff. Like, we heard that. We heard Miss Hustle when she got into Spaces with Keo, and she said, "You don't remember being on the phone with us when you said that there's a female that had a ghostwriter and all of that?" And then she ends up putting out that stuff on her Twitter. So that is real. Like, there was a real conspiracy conspired against Jazz the Rapper. It's too much evidence to say it is. You know, we can say allegedly all day long. You know what I mean? But it's too much evidence to show that there was like a conspiracy to conspire against Jazz the Rapper. That doesn't go away. You know what I mean? As far as Miss Hustle having ghostwriters, you know what I mean? Like, she used some of that material in the Danny Myers battle. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I talked to her about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she used a little bit of the material. But, you know, you could say, well, she changed the concept a little bit. But then, like when OTFMZ posted, she, you know, they're showing the line and she's saying the line. You know, so she may not have used everything that Danny Myers put out, you know what I'm saying, but she used some of it. You know what I mean? So she did use some of it. So as far as the Aver material that was used, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that is actually Danny Myers, you know what I mean, his notes from his phone. Danny Myers has been lying a lot too. They've all been lying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all, why would Danny Myers send her like rounds like that out of nowhere just to send them? You know what I'm saying? Just because he heard like Newborn was allegedly writing for like Official. Why get involved in that? And then he's trying to say like she didn't want the bars, she didn't use the bars, and then we can clearly say she used some of them. So a lot of this, like, I know y'all feel like Hustle feels like, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with the Keo thing about the lies, Keo's a liar. Pathological. I almost wanted to fade with him because he's a liar. I don't like when people lie. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. If I got a block dude, you know what I'm saying? Because if I keep hearing from him, I'm going to have a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a pathological liar. He thinks, like, these people, they think lying is an accolade. And this is why you got to be careful when you dealing with like bottom feeder people. You know what I'm saying? Because they think lies are, you know what I mean? Like, you can just keep doing it, you know, and it's fine. They don't understand the damage that happens when you keep lying on somebody about something like this. You know, Jazz could have easily, what if Jazz would have said, okay, if Hustle is doing, thankfully, Jazz ain't like this, right? But she could have seen all of this information going on and she could have structured a lawsuit for defamation of character. She could have done that. You know what I'm saying? But then if she would have structured that lawsuit and then tried to present evidence of a $500 Cash App that was sent, she would have found out later on that Cash App was fake. This is the stuff that he can get people involved in. Like, listening to him. This is why when he does videos, he gets like 200 views. He's a liar. You know what I mean? Or 70 views. He's a pathological liar. And he does not need to be in battle rap at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, he gonna get ran down on eventually if he keeps doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to go. Like, everybody needs to just ignore him, you know what I mean? And just let him go. You know, and I talked to Kristen Bias, and I was just like, yo, like, what's up? Like, what, you know, was you on the phone, you know, with him, like, when all of this was going on? And he was just like, yeah, I was on the phone with a lot of this was going on, but I don't know anything about a $500 bribe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't see any screenshots. No money was, you know what I'm saying, talked about, you know what I'm saying, exchanging hands or nothing like that in terms of dollar amount and nothing like that. So Chris and Bias can't even, like, you know what I'm saying, substantiate what Keo is saying here. But he said he was on the phone when they were trying to, you know, intimidate him and get him to say things. And we've got plenty of audio that we can hear them trying, like, you know, Nez trying to get him to say things. You know what I'm saying? And that's like sinister in itself. like trying to get him to say something, to say, you know, whatever against Jazz the Rapper when she's minding her own business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Somebody unknown with the $2 donation said, why nobody want to play the end of the recording? There's some stuff in the recording, you know, that it would mess up a lot of stuff for different people that's not even involved in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, you know what I mean? If it comes out, you know, so that's why a lot of the recording is not displayed. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. But as far as like the Keo dude, he is a liar, pathological, and he don't care. He don't even understand what the word liar means. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with him. Now I see when Let's Talk Battle Rap was going in on him, like after this whole ARP and URL situation, maybe they was trying to talk to him behind the scenes to figure out what's going on and just found the dude is just a liar. This dude you cannot back a guy like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will lie, and it's a sport for him. Like when you grow up, like, you know, lying is bad. You know what I mean? Especially like when you're doing journalism and stuff, like lying is bad. You cannot lie. Like when you're doing this, like thousands of people watch all this stuff. You know, you can't be doing that. But then they want to get involved in media and start lying and like, you can't do that. You know, but they don't care. You know, this is all a clout run. But as far as the Daddy Meyer stuff, he did send Hustle the material. She used some of it. You know what I'm saying? And then now OTFMZ is showing that she used other stuff. But I will say this, Easy the Block Captain went live, and he had a bunch of people on his live, and he was talking. Easy said he's been in the studio with Hustle, and she wrote her own material. So, but that could have been just that situation where she wrote her own material, because it's clear that Danny sent her some stuff, and she used some of the stuff that Danny sent her. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as everything else, Keo's a liar, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to put that out there, you know what I mean, before I get out of here, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. And you can use, it's like different programs. You can use AI programs to find out whether or not something is real. If you're just on Twitter and you want to find out something is real, you just @Grok, Grok, you know, and it'll tell you like whether or not stuff is real. And even Angry Fans got it. Angry Fan ended up posting like one of the screenshot that he had gotten, right? And then underneath there, a fan like was, you know, asked Grok like if this is real, and Grok broke down why it's fake. You know, so Keo doesn't care like whether or not anything's real. He's lying. Like, I'll question the Jazz the Rapper apology, honestly. You know what I mean? Maybe he was real about that apology. I don't know. Like, this dude's a pathologist. Maybe he don't know what real reality is. Some people in this world, like, they are something's wrong with them so bad, like, they don't even understand truth. You know what I mean? Or have any, like, conception of how things should go. And that's Keo. So as far as the Jazz apology, if he means the Jazz apology, I don't know. But I highly doubt this dude means anything that comes out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? With my evidence, what I could, you know what I'm saying? I could show y'all DMs and stuff, but I don't know how YouTube acts with that. You know what I mean? Like, because it is technically private, you know, but, you know, on this OBS, I would have to, like, manipulate things, and I'm already live, you know, so I don't want to do that, but I've got tons. I mean, I can put out the screenshots of me and his DM. He's a liar. Pathological liar. He won't answer the phone. He plays games. Oh, I don't want to answer. The only person I trust is Chris. And all, like, you ain't answering the phone because you a motherfucking liar. That's why you ain't answering the phone. That's it. You ain't going on nobody's platform and doing that because you're a liar. You're so big of a liar. Like, when you did the apology to Jazz and you put everything out, like, you ain't even think to, like, look at your lies. You ain't think to look to see if your internet was working right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put something out with, like, messed up internet. Like, you got a video sitting there with messed up internet. Redo the video. Like, he's just quickly just trying to lie about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Dude is a certified liar. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. But y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all. Jazz the Rapper. Heavy is the crown. You are all the way up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as you can go in female battle rap. There are conspiracies we done seen for them to try to bring her, you know, down. Like, this is insane. Like leading somebody on the phone and collecting information and putting it out. You know what I mean? To try to defame her. You know what I mean? Like, Jazz, you got a lot to deal with that crown that you got. You know what I'm saying? So just keep moving, doing everything you're supposed. And now I see why she's just like, yo, I'm going to battle the males. You might as well just battle the males. If the women doing this, like, who knows? Like, imagine that she goes into a marketing situation when the battle is announced. And you can't control how many lies is coming out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to try to defame you. This is insane, bro. Like, people don't think about stuff like that. Yo, like, she probably thinking like, yeah, I'm a better rapper than I ain't a better liar than people. She don't be lying. Jazz don't be lying. You know, like, yeah, I can rap better than a person I can promote, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't a better liar. And, so, and she gets into a situation, she marketing with somebody, and somebody just throwing out a whole bunch of lies. You know, so I don't know, gang. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. But this is not absolve everything else that happened. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is the trying to set Jazz up. That's a reality. You know what I mean? And I mean, say it allegedly all we want, but it's too much information to show that that's a reality. It was a setup for Jazz. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. And I even took down, like, you know, for my integrity of this whole situation. I reacted to Keo's, like, video and everything, and I took that down. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I can't, like, consciously, like, you know what I mean, keep that up. Even me reacting to him, you know, if he's lying like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I had a video up, you know what I mean? It ain't do no 10,000 views or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But I took it down because it's like, yo, it ain't even worth making money off of that if it's, you know, if it's built on a lie. Like this Keo dude's lying. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I took that down. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Bad news told everything. 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. He pointed out number 4. He told everything. Cheese in the chat, please. Cheese in the chat. Shout out to Lizzie for the cheese in the chat. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Come and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that.